Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we've got a seriously fascinating explainer for you. We're going to look at what's actually in our food by focusing on two absolute secret agents of culinary flavor: fenugreek seeds and curry leaves. Look, if you love rich, complex meals, you've definitely tasted both of these, even if you didn't quite realize it at the time. They're literally tiny, but their impact on your plate, it's massive. So let me ask you this directly. Have you ever just stopped and wondered, what exactly gives your favorite bubbling pot of curry that incredibly deep flavor and that amazing room-filling aroma? It doesn't just happen by accident, you know? That whole sensory mystery, that mouth-watering smell that hits you before you even sit down to eat, is the result of some very specific ingredients working together. And today, we're going to unlock exactly how that magic happens.
Our source material brilliantly puts it like this, and I love this. Let's break it down. Fenugreek seeds and curry leaves might both show up in your curry, but one is a tiny bitter seed that adds depth, while the other is a fragrant leaf that brings aroma and freshness. That right there is the central premise of our explainer today. We've got two small but mighty ingredients. They share the exact same cooking pot, sure, but they do entirely different jobs. They hit completely different senses.
Section 1. Fenugreek, the deep flavor.
So, to really ground our understanding, let's define exactly what we're talking about here. Fenugreek seeds come from the fenugreek plant. Physically, they're these small, very hard, yellowish-brown seeds. And because of those traits, they aren't used like a leafy green. They're utilized primarily as a bold spice ingredient. Basically, it's a tiny powerhouse that brings some serious structure to a meal.
Let's look a little closer at the specific profile of these seeds, because the taste is incredibly dynamic. Raw, it's slightly bitter and nutty, but here's the fascinating transformation. When you cook these seeds, they mellow out and actually become sweeter, giving your food this rich, deep, layered flavor. The texture transforms too. It goes from hard and crunchy when raw to beautifully soft during the cooking process. You're going to commonly find them in curries, in spice blends like garam masala, and in pickles. And hey, as a bonus, they carry some great health perks. They may assist with digestion, help with blood sugar control, and even aid in milk production. Talk about doing a lot of heavy lifting from behind the scenes.
Section 2. Curry leaves, fresh and aromatic.
Now, where fenugreek gives us seeds, the curry tree gives us something totally different. This tree is the botanical source of fresh, green leaves that literally look like small leaflets running along a stem. Instead of being a hard spice, this is utilized as a vibrant flavoring herb. It's a completely different, much softer physical ingredient compared to those hard little seeds we were just talking about.
So what exactly is the profile of a curry leaf? Well, the taste is mildly citrusy, slightly nutty, and highly aromatic. It's really all about the smell. The texture is naturally soft, but the absolutely crucial cooking technique here, the one thing you really have to know, is that they are usually sautéed or fried in oil right at the start of cooking. That early frying process is what releases that signature warm, citrusy aroma that makes your whole kitchen smell absolutely incredible. You'll see this technique used constantly in curries, dals, and rice dishes. And just like fenugreek, they bring health perks to the table, being rich in antioxidants and helping support digestion.
Section 3. The ultimate flavor showdown. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how we can clearly map out the contrast between these two functional opposites. On one hand, fenugreek gives us tiny, hard seeds that act as a spice, bringing a bitter and nutty flavor. Curry leaves, on the other hand, give us green leafy sprigs that function as an herb, bringing a fresh and aromatic flavor. They're pretty much complete physical opposites, yet they complement each other perfectly to build a truly complete dish.
So the core takeaway you should really lock in from this explainer is this. Fenugreek seeds bring the deep flavor, while curry leaves bring the aroma and freshness. Both are incredibly small ingredients, but together they make a massive, big difference in how your food actually turns out.
Section 4. Magic in Caribbean cooking.
And this brilliantly illustrates the culinary impact we've been talking about. Just look at this mouth-watering map of Caribbean dishes. Take the chana filling in doubles or a curry aloo. You know that deep richness, that bold, real curry taste? That's fenugreek seeds doing the work right there. You'll also find those seeds deeply seasoning chicken, duck, and goat curries, often blended right into the curry powders. But when you look at a Trini-style curry or sautéed vegetables like bodi, cabbage, or bhaji rice, that fresh, mouth-watering smell comes from curry leaves being chunkai or fried in hot oil right at the start. Same goes for dal or split pea soup. The curry leaves are cooked with garlic and jeera to add that amazing aroma.
I absolutely love how our source sums this up. In Caribbean cooking, fenugreek seeds are often hidden inside curry powders for that deep flavor, while curry leaves are fried at the start to release that rich, mouth-watering aroma we all love. It's such a great dynamic, isn't it? The fenugreek seeds are these quiet little secret agents just hiding in the background powder, doing all the heavy lifting for the taste. While the curry leaves, they're loudly announcing themselves to the whole house the absolute second they hit the hot oil.
Which brings us to the end of our culinary investigation today. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Next time your own curry pot is bubbling on the stove, which flavor will you spot first? Will you smell the bright citrus of the curry leaves or taste the deep, nutty foundation of the fenugreek? Engage your senses and see if you can spot the magic happening in your own kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious and happy cooking.